Impression of Bryce walking into a mosque in the nude. Oh, you fellas trying to throw down? It's pretty cold in here. Thank you for the 2. Is Nina Mexican or Italian? Simon. Italian, I think. Rue, I heard your diabetes machine. Yeah, she is Italian, yeah, because Leon asked if she was Arab. Are you Arab? What are you, an Arab? That's just Leon Edwards' PTSD from living in Birmingham. I didn't even realize that. When Leon Edwards was asking Nina Drama if she was an Arab, it was actually not even a question. He just had he had a PTSD Tourette's moment from growing up in Birmingham. Ah, what are you, a fucking Arab? That's what happens to a lot of Birmingham residents. It's just a natural tick that they have. Thank you very much for the $5. $2. Rue, I heard your diabetes machine beeping a bit ago. I don't have diabetes. Thank you for the $5. Grayson. Thoughts on Izzy versus MVP and Bo Nickel versus Shara Bullet? Bo Nickel. Thank you for the $5. Bo Nickel will beat Shara Bullet. No, he wouldn't. He'd lose. Izzy versus MVP. MVP. But no, actually, you know what? I think Izzy would beat him. I think Izzy would beat MVP. I don't think MVP's all that, really. I think at middleweight, against some proper striker at middleweight, there isn't Shara Bullet with no pop and no range and one eye. I think others can do pretty well. Usyk's never felt power like Wilder. Yeah, never felt power like Wilder. You want to know why Usyk's never felt power like Wilder? Because you don't need to get hit by that shit. Dude, he's never felt power, dude. Usyk's never really been tested by power. Yeah, because they ain't hitting him with that shit, dude. End of. Ain't nobody hitting Usyk with some dumb shit. Swinging like a fucking tard. No one. So, not only has he never felt power like Wilder, even if they fought, he'd still never have felt Wilder like power like Wilder. Because he wouldn't fucking land a glove on him. He got schooled by Zhilei Zhang, some fat Chinese dude. Looks like a fucking turtle from over the hedge. Love your vids, Guru. What's your all-time fictional character title fight? And can you say Zev would KO Colby Covington? I reckon Zev would KO Colby Covington. That's what you're getting. Fictional character title fight. Or Boromir Faramir for, yeah, I reckon. Boromir Faramir would be good. While their dad's in flames. That'd be a huge matchup. Impression of Paddy and Tom watching you get KO'd by wings. Bloody. You need to weave, Guru, lad. You need to do some fucking footwork, lad. Hey, there's no fucking use, Paddy. He's fucking garbage. Get rid of the BMF and replace it with a title of shame for boring-ass pathetic performances. Example for Batista after the Aldo fight. Yes, a title of shame. Yeah. You know what, chat? Yes or no? They need to bring back... You know when you engrave something into someone? Branding. They need to brand fighters across the forehead. Bitch. If they fight like a fucking pussy. Like Torres Finney against Robert Valentin. That's what they need to bring back. Now we're talking. Fuck this BMF belt shit. Do you call out DDP's gay tendencies like you do, John? No, DDP's an overall really good human being. And he ain't beat up no women. He ain't done anything along those lines. He ain't had a DUI. He ain't left a woman in a car crash and fled the scene. He ain't done any of that shit. So... I have no reason to call out the fact that DDP kissed his coach a couple times. Thank you for the $2. Non-sexually. Like, I could make a video about DDP and do the same thing, but he's a good person. So that's not... I wouldn't make a video on Jones if he was the greatest person ever, because I'd have no reason to make the vid. Is there an argument? So you let me know when DDP beats up a fucking woman, and I'll fucking make a video. Don't you worry about it. But it won't happen, I doubt. Is there an argument that Holland won round 1? I rewatched it. I think he did win round 1. Awesome seeing you during Optic Halo watch party. I love you. Thank you for the $2, dude. When was I in Optic Halo? Maybe a while ago? I don't know. I just go into random YouTube chats and type and see if the chat reacts to me. Most of the time they do, which is nice. Impression of Leon seeing Nina and freezing in fear. Ah! Wait, you know him? No! Stop! Impression of McGregor saying he's Holloway from the waist down. Surprise, surprise, motherfucker. I'm Holloway from the waist down. Is it time for the Bryce build-up? It might be. It might just be. Thank you for the $2. Leon telling his coach to shut the fuck up will always be funny. It will. Crazy moment. Impression of Marvin Vittori selecting 2 soccer teams by lining them up and just assigning each player a number. Okay, so some of you guys are going to be 1 and some of you are going to be 2. And as follows: 1, 1, 2. 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. Fucking Marvin. I feel bad for him, but god damn it, dude. His fucking style is fucking rudimentary. How the fuck did Costa lose to Heavy Bag Vittori? I know, right? I don't know what happened to Costa against Kopylov, but he needs more of it. Usyk ain't sleep me, though. Thank you for the $3. True, he didn't beat Shamil Gaziev. Fair. Do you think UFC will make Charles versus Max? Respond as Zesty Jones, please. I think they will make that fight. Oh, wait. No, I don't want him to. Thank you for the $5. That's Zesty Jones' response. As great as the card was, it doesn't feel like there was a pay-per-view last night. I didn't wake up thinking about the big fights like usual after a pay-per-view. Thank you for the $5. I mean, yeah, there wasn't any big fights that really happened outside of the main event. And the main event was like a showcase, wholesome fight. It wasn't like a bad blood, build-up type matchup. So, I hear it. But you think the slow Slav would touch a prime Ali? Yeah, I would. And I tell you what wouldn't happen against Usyk and Ali. Usyk wouldn't get hit by an imaginary punch and sink to the canvas because the fights were fucking rigged. I'll tell you that much. The slow Slav would touch a prime Ali. He absolutely would. Prime Ali was stood up against the fucking ropes still, getting his ass fucking whooped. I don't care if he done a little footwork shuffle thing that you've seen a highlight video of. If you watch back Ali's fights, he weren't moving like that every round. He had bursts and moments where he would move well, and he would stop completely and be absolutely stationary for rounds on end. That is so true. And people who have not watched his full fights do not know that. But that is so true. He'd shuffle his feet and do a little move, and that would be in the highlight video. You watch the other 11 rounds of that fight, and he's plodding around like a fucking tard. Sorry. Liston took 2 dives against Ali. Yeah, either way, all good, though. I like Muhammad Ali as a person, so I don't like diminishing him because I think he's a good dude. So, yeah. Thoughts on DDP sloppy tongue kissing his entire team after tripping into a takedown? That's not what's happened, ever. That's never happened. I think you might be the red heifer. Okay. I don't like that title. Has anyone tried to harm your channel from the UFC? I don't think so, but no, I don't think they have. No. The second channel got taken down by the UFC company. Not taken down, but 2 videos got taken down. If I would have got a third taken down, then they would be able to just nuke me off YouTube. So I deleted the second channel. So then that way they have, but not my main channel, no. I use, like, it's all fair use content, you know what I mean? I'm very careful about that. They should have an underperformance non-bonus where money gets deducted from fighters' pay for shit fights. Now we're talking, Davey M. Now we're fucking talking. That's what I'm talking about. Impression of D. Diddy forcing Conor to send the pic. Do it, Conor, or I'll reveal what you did with Rita Ora. And what she gets up to in her pastime. I'm telling you. Thank you for the $2. Impression of Chael mastering lifting weights. It's a very real thing. I can't stop looking at him. Just touch him. Just touch him with your cock. Highest ranked UFC heavyweight Usyk beats. I really think Usyk can pick up enough to stuff the takedowns of TYBURA within 6 weeks. He grew up doing Sambo. Did you guys know that about Usyk? Usyk does Sambo, Judo, kickboxing, Muay Thai. Usyk would be the one to transition over. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. He practices Sambo. Usyk also trained in other various martial arts, such as Sambo, Judo, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He does this shit for fun. Usyk's such a cool boxer, man. I'm not glazing, dude. Usyk's cool as fuck. And this answers the question. I think he would do well at the top of the UFC. He beats Waldo Cortez Acosta in the UFC, fact. Ilia drinks wine for cuts. Costa does same with blow. Thank you for the $2. There you go. What allegations are these spammers in chat talking? Brother, Keemstar just exposed you. Lol, bro. Keemstar just exposed you. Brother, please respond to the allegations. You know you want a Zaddy. Okay, brother, please respond to the allegations. You know you want a Zaddy. So like 5 different accounts of people are just spamming bullshit in the chat. There's no allegations. Keemstar did not just make a video about me. So I'm just going to ban all these accounts because they're just spamming non-stop. Ain't nothing to expose on me, guys. Never. Other than the fact that I'm a fucking loser. Which may be exposed at some point, I'm not sure. But there you go. Just get rid of these fucking bot accounts. Alright, we're caught up. People forget, man. Gulliar and Henty is now broken homeless. Okay. Impression of D paranoid about Conor putting stuff up his bum. Conor, you shouldn't. You're really too powerful up there. Now, D, I'm doing it. This is my date. Are you going to talk about DC with Mighty Mouse? Yes, we did talk about DC on the show. I did. When I was roasting DC for being a fucking retard about his takes. So we talked about all... I think it was the best episode of the Mighty Guru show so far. We talked about DC. We talked about McGregor. We talked about Jones. We talked about all sorts. All the MMA current events. The White House event. We had a lot to talk about there. So we had a lot to discuss on this one. I thought it was pretty good. And you're going to like the next thumbnail as well. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Hap and Ace stealing Declaration of Independence at the UFC White House while Chandler lectures them on why it's wrong. You can't do that, kids. Yeah, we can do what we want, man. We all made it to the damn Black House now. Thank you for the $5. Impression of DC being accused of eating someone else's lunch from the break room. Now, what evidence do you have? Thank you for the $5. Impression of Stormzy running up on Till. Lad, what are you doing, lad? You ain't got a clue, man. You ain't got a clue, let's be honest. I could never die, Chuck Norris. Or fuck the government, fuck Boris. I'm the villain, killing where I'm born. You're never too big for the boot. I got the big size 12s on my feet. Thank you for the 2. Impression of gay CHAEL as Batman. I just can't stop looking at the penguin's cock. I can't stop doing it. I can't. It's a very real thing. His cock. I sent it to my partner, my friend. I sent it to him, Robin. We just couldn't stop staring at his cock. Catwoman walked in. I couldn't fucking explain it. I really, really couldn't. I really couldn't do it. Yeah. Anyway. Have you seen Mikey Musumeci sitting like a tard in the middle of Shibuya Crossing? No, I haven't seen Mikey Musumeci. I don't like going after Mikey Musumeci because I know him and DJ are friends, but he is funny to study. It's funny to observe Mikey Musumeci's life. Why is he sitting like that? No, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that is an odd way of sitting down, isn't it? Thank you for the 5. A thought on Derek MONEYBERG getting his black belt from Jake Shields. In the same time it took BJ Penn to earn his black belt. I know. I know, man. Weird system. But I don't even want to talk about that dude because I've seen a few other videos on him and he sues. So absolutely fine, but dude, completely legitimate black belt in my opinion. Wow. Dude, absolutely insane. Yeah. Credit, honestly, dude. Absolutely crazy. I can't wait for the footage of him grappling with a top-level dude that's really trying against him. That's going to be some crazy footage. Thank you for the $2. Impression of racist Snape seeing a black wizard. Lerone Potter. You are a master of the dark arts, Lerone Potter. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Dana revealing DC's texts to his assistant for food. Wait, you want me to leak it? I'll leak DC's fucking messages. The guy sends me a fucking paragraph every event. Look at this. Look at this. Hey, a fucking barrel of gravy. This fucking guy. Go a bit further. Look at this. Look at this. A vat of grease. A vat of this thing. This is what this guy's ordering. Jesus Christ. Imagine what Steiny would think. Impression of, if you want to ruin your day, just remember Li Jingliang being excited to show off his suit only to get pulled from the presser and then robbed by D-Rod, and ever since has been faded into irrelevancy. Sad, isn't it? Who's your best 3 strikers in the sport right now? I don't know. Probably Ilia, Volk, and Holloway. Probably. Sounds about right. Sean Strickland would be the best boxer in women's in the WBC. Would not. Thank you for the $2. Always got closeted gay vibes from MUSUMECI. Yeah, Musumeci. I don't know, closeted gay, but I feel like he acts up his quirkiness. Once it becomes your personality, it's kind of hard. If you don't play it up, then you start not having a personality, you know? But yeah. I don't know what it is with MUSUMECI. He seems like a good dude, though. He hasn't, like, put a foot wrong morally. But sometimes I do think he's acting up his quirkiness, just a tad. But yeah. I ain't been around him in person. Maybe if you were around him in person, you'd be like, holy fuck, this is real. This is really how he is. Impression of Conor finding out JUBLI spilled curry on his yacht. Fucking hell, JUBLI, yeah? You fucking dumb fuck. Get off the yacht. No, Conor, don't throw me in water, please. No, you're gonna have to go in the fucking sea, mate. I'll die if you put me in water, sir. I cannot. You know the rules. You can't put an Indian in water past 2 p.m., I tell you. Diego arrested after firing shots while driving by an officer on a traffic stop. He also married a famous dead boxer's old lady widow. Damn. Who is Diego? Who the fuck is Diego? Diego Sanchez? You just keep saying Diego. I have no idea who you're talking about. Diego Sanchez, after firing shots, driving by an officer on a traffic stop. Jesus Christ, man. Arrested after allegedly firing a gun from a moving vehicle. What the fuck is Diego Sanchez doing, man? What a retard. Look at JDM's story. Thoughts? P.S. Fat with a PH, eh? I'll take it. Fucking jacked out, huh? Holy fucking moly, mate. Let's fucking check out JDM's story. Alright. What's his story? Still mine. Ilia Topuria said still mine with the BMF belt, and JDM said little fella's a little confused. JDM's got his own BMF belt, dude. He's the lineal BMF champ. He is. It's the truth. UFC should do Marab versus Kayla Harrison for the Friends with Benefits belt. Okay, sure. Top 10 BMF rankings? No, I'm not even entertaining this stupid WWE shit. They would call it the PM's Shampax belt. Okay, PMS Shampax belt, sorry. A fun fact, everyone Ilia beat won their next fight. That's true. Well, we don't know about Oliveira yet. So we'll see. Have you seen everyone Ilia beat? Josh Emmett beat Bryce Mitchell. Bryce Mitchell did get a win afterwards, didn't he, against Kron Gracie. Damon Jackson may have been coming up. Yeah, I think maybe that could be true. Maybe not Yusuf Zalal, though, unless it was on the regional scene that he got his win back. He might have been cut after that. Could be true. Could be true. Well, that's unfair because Ryan Hall never fought again. So that's kind of unfair. We'll see. Pay-per-view's expensive, dude. I owe you. Impression of gay Conor. Somebody fucking sniff a line out me gooch, mate. I don't know. I think give it a 2.